Okay, guys, we're gonna go over turning it on now. We're gonna go ahead and turn on both consoles up here. Takes a little bit of time to warm up. Now this is gonna be a little bit different when we do it, because it's gonna be in training mode. But it's gonna be pretty close to it. I will show you how to put it into training mode as well. So to do the cartridges, you normally use two hands, but you can click it in. You use a kind of little finger guide right here. And you hear it kind of click twice. And then hit click twice. You wanna make sure they're both in there. It's gonna kick it out again because it's gonna detect it's a training cartridge now. But if you put a regular cartridge in there, it's not gonna kick it out because it's gonna recognize that you're wanting to put it on a regular patient, and it'll be ready to go. So one of the things I didn't go over yet, and it was on purpose, is make sure to do the amber bag line. And you can do this exactly the same time. And we're gonna get back to that. I want to show you how we do it a little bit different from the NICU setup. So as you can hear, it kind of clicked these cartridges out because it recognized that it was in training mode. So what we're going to do is, to get to training mode, we're going to do menu, settings, admin, and it's 7, 8, 1, 9, 1, 6 is the, and we're going to do it on both consoles. Setting, admin, 7, 8, 1, 9, 1, 6. Okay. Oops, sorry, that didn't work. On big fingers. 7, 8, 1, 9, 1, 6. Okay. And then to put it in the training mode, you're going to click on training mode. Operator is going to turn it on. If you want to do cassette sim, fast transition, you want to set how much nitric you want it to give, how much nitric dioxide, and how much O2 is going to show on here. And then you want to do your flow sim, which is going to be for your manual ventilation setup, and just set that to 15, which would be your what you set it at, and then you do the same thing down here. Training mode, cassette sim on, and let's do 40. Let's do 7.5. Let's do 250%. The same as what up here. Flow sim is on. Let's do the 15. Okay. And then it's all ready to go. We're gonna hit main, and then it's gonna click in that cartridge, click in the cartridges, and it's gonna ask you to do the leak test on here, which you're gonna do with your sample line right here. You gotta turn it to the right, and you gotta wait for it to pass the leak test. And you see it passed. Don't hit accept until you've changed this back on here. Okay? Make sure you change and you hit accept, and it is ready to go. So you're going to go ahead and do that, and then you would just want to set. This is very easy. You want to set to 40 or whatever you're going to start it at, and hit OK. And now it's dosing. That's very easy. You leave the bottom one empty. You leave the bottom one not on, because that's your redundancy. It's going to dose. It's going to go through its algorithm and dose. So this one you can do on the original setup. I just wanted to leave it to just do it separately. But really on the original setup, you would set up your ambu bag. So you're going to get your ambu bag line, which comes with your sample line and your injector line, and then you'll just do the same thing. You'll screw it on here. You'll screw it on here. Just make sure you don't cross thread again. And then you have this one. This end goes to your ambu bag right here. So what we're going to do a little bit differently is you're going to grab your ambu bag setup line, and then where it connects to the ambu bag, you're going to it's kind of hard for me to do one hand, but you're going to disconnect your line from there, and then you're going to put your line to the ambu bag right here, and then you're going to connect your tubing from your ambu bag up to the end here, and then you're going to go ahead and use you're going to connect it to the ambu bag here. So it's a little bit hard for me to do by myself with one hand, but let's get it done. And then that's that. And then you're going to get your ambu bag, and you're going to hook it up to your flow meter here, and then it's all ready to go. So you got your setup to give to bag the patient. It's right here. And then you want to make sure you set your flow meter at 15. Whatever you give on your flow meter, you want to have set on your machine when you do. See, this is going to be the outtakes right here. You got to make sure you set it at 15 right here, and then to put it on to manual ventilation mode, you're going to switch to manual right here. And it's going to ask you to confirm. And it's going to ask you what your flow rate is. You're going to set it to 15 because you're giving 15 out of there. And then you want to make sure it's on the same amount of NO you give. And right now it's giving what you need to do. So, and then you can just go ahead and bag. And it's giving 40 ppm right now. So now if you want, make sure after you bag, you're going to switch back to primary. It's going to ask you to confirm. You're going to hit confirm. And it's going to take a little bit of time to read it back up. I'm going to turn the flow meter off because it's pretty noisy. I'm going to do that. And then that is that. So if we read, what we want to do is we want to make sure that the nitric dioxide is not going up. If you see it going up, if it's going up above 0.5 or anything like that, it may be a kink in the line. It may be an issue with it. So make sure you're monitoring that. That's why every check you're gonna put it in your ventilator charting, and then every 6 hours you're going to chart an assessment on your for your nitric. So if you ever have any issues with the top console, you want to leave it to where it is still dosing up here, and then you want to move your flow sensor cable down to the bottom. Goes in like that, kind of sticks in like that, and then you want to make sure you set your dose right here. So we're going to do the flow about 10, and then we're going to do your 40 ppm. Okay, and then it's going to be dosing, and then you can go ahead once this is dosing right here. You can go ahead and switch this one to 0. and it'll stop. And you can even go ahead, if there's an issue with it, you can go ahead and turn it off. And then you want to call your number on the side. And one good thing about this is they're available 24/7. It's RT you'll get online, and they'll troubleshoot and walk you through the troubleshooting of the nitro. But that's it. If any other questions, just call your team lead, your OC, call me, and it's very easy to use. And that's it. Thank you.